Backstage with Bad Brad. This is episode 45, and it's going to be totally epic because you're here. This is the Ask Me Anything Saturday night exclusive. Glad to have everybody here. I see Paul, our moderator, or Dave is here as well. And we just ask at the start that everybody be cool in the chat. And we're going to have an amazing evening. How you doing? Yes, indeed. Earl, glad to see you here. Glad to see Chris A. and Dave Strong and Paul, our moderator here. Great to have you guys here. And man, it's going to be a good night. Let's get those likes up and let's get the chat popping. If anybody has any questions or anything that they want to talk about tonight, I'm ready to get into it. Now, I'm going to let you know on this channel, for members, for Rockstar members, you get early access to the interviews. I did 2 interviews today. I posted one of them already. It's an interview with my first electric guitar teacher, and it's a really cool interview. He's a super nice guy, and man, everybody's gonna love that. And for members, any member of any level to this channel, you get early access to, I think it's like 77 videos right now. So, yeah, thank you, Eric. Eric has been watching the interview. It is a good interview for sure. And I got another interview with a guy who had a lot of stuff on the Sunset Strip. That's all coming up. And glad to see my man FMP here. Have not seen in a while. He's had shoulder issues and he had to step away from social media, but man, we're glad to see you back. We're glad to see you back. Yeah, thank you, Leanne. The Jay Ergo interview. What a cool dude, man. What a cool chance to get to, learn from a guy like that. Yes, Mike P. Funk Strong is in the house. Let's get to 30K. Absolutely, Scott Dunn. Absolutely. Now, what we're going to do right now, you're hearing me through this delightful Polar Go. And I did a video this week where I plugged XLR out of the Synergy head straight into the Polar Go and used the mics. And it sounds absolutely incredible. But listen, that's the sound. Listen. You can hear the sound of it percolating. How you doing, Ricky Lane? Glad to have you here, brother. And we're gonna get the juices flowing. Mario, how you doing, man? Glad to have you here, man. I was just telling them that I did a little experiment this week, and basically took the Synergy head, went straight out of the XLR, right? Went into the XLR input of the Polar Go, plus it has stereo vocal mics, and boom, I instantly had a stereo, vocal mix and a great tube sound, perfect for streaming. So even streamers can go all tube, old school, real tone. And here's the cool thing, man. The Polar Go has reverb in the app. So I plugged the XLR of the Synergy out straight into this, dialed in the reverb, and dude, I'm a happy camper. Amazing tube tone with the proper ambience behind it. Sounded like a friggin' album. So man, there's going to be more Synergy stuff up today. If you have not watched the video that I put out today, Rock Tones, the Soldano Slow 2 module, please go watch that video. Hit the likes. And yeah, man, I got that thing dialed in, dude. The Synergy is amazing. And so yeah, we had 2 interviews I did today. We got the Synergy demo that came out this morning. I've got a product I have to debut on the 25th. So I've got to work on that. That's coming up. I can't talk about it. It's a top secret thing, but something different for the channel. Not a guitar, not an amp, but definitely something that everybody will love. Scott, these are not lefty guitars. These are right-handed guitars, and I'm still trying to work out with YouTube what's going on with that. But for now, I'm not playing guitar, so it's not gonna really confuse you. Yes, Mario, I'm extremely busy, dude. I'm trying to stay lit. We're trying to get this channel to what did Spinal Tap say? We toured the world and elsewhere. We want to take this channel toward the world, and we're going to tour the world with this channel and elsewhere. We're going to take it into the stratosphere. And you know how you do that in life? You do, you work hard. Chris Richardson's asking, how is the shoulder? Dude, the shoulder has been great. I'm pulled back a little bit on the playing. I play when it's necessary to play. And I do notice now, if I feel it's starting to tense up, I just take a break. So I'm good now. Now I can play whenever I want. And man, I've done several playing videos since then. And as long as I don't push the way I was pushing to another level. So yeah, I'm not opening for a puppet show. We're headlining right here on Backstage with Bad Breath. Now, here's the other thing. I don't know if anybody's noticed on the channel, but the tour bus Life Exposed video I did, that's basically just a general description of what it's like to be touring and be in a tour bus. Dude, that video's upwards of 12,000 views now. That video, here's the thing, man. I put out some bangers the last couple days, but because that video is just going, it's just constantly getting views. It's almost like stifling stuff that I put out right now. So, I mean, here's the deal, dude. Videos like that could become a video that's like Broke on the Road. Broke on the Road, I think it's like at 150,000 views. So yeah, the tour bus vid, that's doing great. And you know what? It takes a little pressure off. But here's the thing, man. Anything I put out now, competing with it, yeah, everybody hype that video, and hype the video this morning that I did, the Soldano video. Dude, I think that's one of my better playing demos. It's very simple. I just turned on the amp, set up the foot switch with 3 channels, and just click through the thing and let you hear what it sounds like and play some different stuff. So yeah, man, we hit a banger with this. And thank you, Leanne. Yeah, man, you know what? Here's the deal, dude. It's like you just keep at it. And, the synergy stuff is going to be featured more. That's going to be in more videos. Rhonda's saying videos have to be 7 days or old, less to be hyped. But here's the thing, Rhonda. I think that only means 7 days old that it's already been out. I think if it's in the member section, it's only counted when the video goes live. I may be wrong, but yeah, I think that's the deal. Thank you, Mario, man. Dude, I'm as far as getting guitar tones, dude. I don't even have to worry about. I can get any tone I want with the 4 modules I got. Now, there's one tone that the Dumble thing, the Robin Ford thing, that thing where it picks up your pick attack, and I know they have an ODS module, so I might have to procure one of those. I might have to bribe Mario for the ODS Overdrive Supreme module. That's my desert island when I'm old and in a wheelchair playing guitar. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be doing the Robin Ford thing. So might like the Vi Legacy module, Chris. Now, Chris, you have the Synergy, correct? Yeah, Supreme, bro. Overdrive Supreme. Yeah, man. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, watch that video. Overdrive Special. Yeah, the ODS, Overdrive Special. That's right. But you know what? The tone is supreme. It might be an overdrive special, but it's supreme, dude. Supreme. You got to stay hydrated. So, Chris has the Carbon Legacy hat. Okay, okay. Well, I'd be curious to try the Legacy thing. I'm really partial to the slow module right now. I really like how easy that is. Cheese, how you doing, brother? Hey there. Glad to have you here. Been gone for a while. Still using the Tone King. Yes. Now, SM, and here's how I'm gonna describe it. I feel like the Tone King. If you want, those modules, the Tone King, the IRJ, the IRX, and all that stuff. A lot of people, that will be all they need, right? But here's the thing, man. I like to play so many different styles and different tones and all that, and I ultimately knew that the Synergy system was the be all end all for me, because whatever I get asked to do, or whatever, look, somebody sends you a guitar, you got to play the style that the guitar can. It's the same thing with these amp modules. When the amp modules come in, Z-Rec module comes in, I gotta play country or whatever. But for me, it was like hearing the Tone King module, that was almost told me, okay, now I'm gonna have to get the Synergy system, because it is the ultimate tone quest. It is the ultimate answer for somebody who wants to be able to. And look, man, I only on the Randy Rhoads video have I even plugged in overdrive pedal into that thing. I get such great overdriven tones and stuff that I don't even think about my pedals. If I had to mic up this Vibrolux reverb here, I'd have to have my pedal board, and it would be an approximation of a certain preamp of an amp. But with the Synergy, dude, I'm getting the full preamp. I'm getting the tube power amp, all of that. And look, dude, you could plug it right into this little thing, which is dongled into my phone right now. And you could stream. You could stream with a tube rig, dude, and essentially silently, I could put headphones on and I could be playing the most raging guitar tone and not bother anybody. So, yeah, man, amazing stuff there. Yeah, dude, Paul, to me, this thing, dude, is cool as heck, because you could sing into this, dude. You could use this as like a microphone for singing demos and stuff. Dongle, dude. It's all about the dongle, bro. On Saturday nights, it's dongle talk with Bad Brad. Now maybe we'll do on Wednesday. Let's talk dongles, right? We'll do a whole show about dongles. Now here's the deal. Back in the day, this might have been a Coors Light, and then this would be a little tequila or margarita or something like that. But this is Cran Energy. Cran Energy. So I'll just take a little sip of this. I tell you what, man, you don't need booze when you got that combination right there. That's good. We got the zip. We're fired up. It's Saturday night. Whatever you guys want to talk about, let me know, man. Pure energy. Yeah, dude. Cran Energy, bro. Cran. Crantastic. This is kind of like drinking a mixed drink, because this has 75 milligrams of caffeine. Now, here's a great question Darth is asking. I believe Darth has asked some great questions in the past too. He's asking if I've ever tried the Fender ToneMaster Pro. No. I really like that Fender's doing that. I would like to try the ToneMaster Pro. But I mean, I don't know what else to think about it. You know, those things, man. Here's all of this stuff can work together. Modeling, tube amps, synergy, all of this stuff, dude. As far as I would like to try the synergy into, say, the new Line 6 Arena and use all the effects and stuff, but then have the tube preamp and power amp and all that out of the synergy. I think that would be an amazing, amazing rig. And for P Funk out there, I don't know. I put this in one of my videos, but the company that I got to do a demo for is Singular Sound. And I'll talk about this here because this is a funny pedal. What does it say? The talent knob, right? Okay. What this is, this pedal will totally increase your talent, dude. This pedal. So they sent me a major product to demo on the channel. It's something that hasn't come out yet. But they also included this in the package. This is the talent knob, and it goes from 0 to 11. It goes from 0 to 11. And you turn it up. And it increases your talent. Now look, on the back it says, disclaimer, talent not included. It's not included. But here's the deal. This is essentially a volume knob. You plug your guitar in here, you plug your guitar out to wherever you're going into, and all this does, it's not even a volume boost. It's just a volume knob. But I think this speaks to, here's the deal, man. Ultimately, the talent comes from the person. The tone comes from the person. And this is just a little hilarious kind of, I don't know. This is almost like a desk, I don't know, like a paperweight or something. But here's the deal, man. You could definitely have somebody on a session or something, and they go, "Oh, can you do something different?" And they go, "Oh, let me turn up the talent knob," and well, you could fool people, dude. Les Paul used to have fake switches on his guitar. What's his name? The bass player that played on all the Phil Collins stuff with the beard. He had a fake switch on his bass to fool people when they would ask for something. Hey, can you make it more round? And he'd hit this mock switch and maybe just adjust his technique a little. Leland, that's right, Leland Sklar. So this kind of speaks to that, man. Ultimately, the talent or lack thereof is up to you. And it's an interesting thing. All right, Mullet, I think, has a question. Have you ever played any shows with pyrotechnics like Kiss? I've been on tours with pyrotechnics. Eric Church, the tour we did through Canada, he had pyro. I think Florida Georgia Line had pyro as well. And I remember, man, it wasn't going when we were on stage, but I think it was just the Eric Church tour. He had a pyro guy that ran that stuff, and every day they would test it and do all that stuff, and you just had to make sure you weren't anywhere near around it. But during our show, we didn't have the pyro and all that. So that's for headliners, and man, you got to be very careful with that stuff. So that's my experience. Thank you for that question. Do you remember? There you go. So Dave, our moderator, knew a guy that was called Pyro. Ah, yes, the Cran Energy. Will I finish that? I don't know. It depends on how good the questions are tonight. All right, let's fire it back up, and then there you go, Chipmunks. Yeah. So here's the deal, man. There's lots of cool stuff coming up on the channel. we're rocking and rolling over here, juggling the family life, and we're being crantastic. We're having a cranberry evening, and I guess I'll allude to it here. I film a lot of videos in my courtyard. Think creatives asking how the arm's doing. It's doing great, brother. Just not pushing the arm as hard as I was. I film a lot of videos in our courtyard. Well, you're gonna see maybe in about 4 weeks, you're gonna see a completely different look to that whole thing. That whole courtyard area that was just, largely unkempt grass and all that. Yeah, we got a major project going out there. Scott Dunn is asking, Brad, should I replace my Highway Strat with a hand-built stuff? Highway 1 Strat is a very good guitar for the money, and dude, if you like it, make it your own. Maybe try some different pickups in it, or mess with put a different pick guard or something like that. I always thought the Highway ones were really good. Don't they have the thin finish? And they're USA made. I think that those are great guitars, dude. When you start chasing things, I mean, the hardest thing to do is have a parts caster come out and have it be amazing. When you get one that's great, keep it. So yeah, if you like your guitar, then dude, I mean, you can always try something else. Take it to a store and say, hey, can I see if something beats this? And try some different stuff out. And look, man, as far as parts caster goes, they're only as good as the guy putting it together. They're only as good as the guy putting it together. And you'll never hear surf music again, as P-Funk says. But look, man, here's another theory I have. I almost feel like some guitars, you almost like you wring all the music out of them. And, I've got a parts caster over here, the one I've shown a lot on my video. This is my road guitar. This is a guitar used on the road. I almost feel like I've gotten everything out of this. It's literally the pick guard's warped from sweat. It's like yellowed. It wasn't, the finish was on this neck was not this color when I originally had it. But I almost feel like this is something I keep for sentimental sake. And it's a super cool guitar, but it almost feels like I've wrung everything out of it. It's been drugged down a gravel road, yes, in a music video. It is dongled out, dude. I feel like maybe I could take it to my guy and breathe new life into it, but I don't want to replace that warped pick guard. That's part of the thing. I mean, it's literally like, how far is that coming off of there? You could probably stuff some picks in there where that is. And the tuners are not the greatest. It's a cool guitar, man, but it's like, is it going to beat my best Strat right now? No. It does have the history, and they talk about baked necks. That is a baked neck, because that neck was as white as maple can be, and it rode in that tour bus for a couple of years, and in the hot sun, and it'd be out in these festivals and stuff like that, roasting in the sun every day, and then in smoky clubs. I mean, there was a lot of touring still in states where there was plenty of cigarette smoke and God knows what else. And it got the old school treatment. So yeah, the board is baked. It's naturally baked. So when I started seeing the trend of baked necks, I understood it, because I was like, okay, it's just like it's like a slow and low. It's like barbecued guitar neck, right? We've got a barbecued guitar neck. So yeah, man, parts casters chasing that thing, man. I've had some that came out great. I've sold some that came out great. Here's the deal, man. I can't keep everything. And in order to come down here and do this channel and all that, I've got stuff coming in, I got stuff coming out, and I have to balance it all out and leave some space in this room so that I can, shoot content. So that's the deal. But some things will never get sold. Yeah, somebody just said, and that's a great. So my dad's '77 Slingerland White Marine Pro Kit is forever yellowed from years of cigarette smoke in the bars. Dude, that's the way it was, dude. That's the way it was in those bars. I mean, dude, you might, and I was never really a full-on cigarette smoker, although I would have one, from time to time. But you pretty much were a cigarette smoker if you played in those bars, dude. The smoke was thick. The Sunset Strip. Are you kidding, dude? All those girls back in the day, everybody smoked Marlboro Lights. That's what everybody smoked, right? It seemed like, and then I knew some girls that smoked Reds, dude. Those were the hardcore. Not every girl did smoke, but a lot of them did, man. Wow. P Funk says some old dudes have yellow beards from all that smoke. Yeah, Mario says your fingers generating heat may have helped cook the neck, cool the neck. Yeah, man, cook the neck. It might have, but man, it definitely being out on those. Dude, there were days where you're playing in Arizona and you're opening on some big festival and it's baking. You're baking out there, and then your guitars. And look, that's a huge reason why you either play endorsement gear or you play parts casters on the road, because man, your stuff it gets destroyed out there, dude. It gets destroyed. So but you end up loving those guitars because you did all that stuff. Were you ever endorsed by Charvel Jackson? No, I was not, but I was endorsed by ESP Ltd. And we had a guy. His name was Tim, and he was a rep for ESP, and he set his sights on Nashville because he saw that Nashville. There were a lot of guitar players, and the Cole Ford thing, dude. I was essentially a hard rock guitar player playing in a country act, so I could get away with playing ESP or LTD on the road. And I ended up, for the last of my run, I was in the ESP LTD catalog. I think it was 2012 or 2013. I had this cool LTD. I don't still have it. Here's the thing, man. Once I got back to Nashville and was playing locally, there was no gig where I could use that guitar anymore. I almost took it down to the B.B. King's thing, and I'm like, nah, dude, you can't take a Floyd Rose to a blues gig. It's just, it's almost like sacrilege, right? So, yeah, man, that's the deal. That's the deal. But yeah, I always liked Charvel. Here, and then Shock, the band I was in out in L.A., they had a deal with B.C. Rich. And that deal actually started before I joined the band. So when I joined the band, I inherited one BC Rich that the other guitar player didn't want anymore. And it was not good. This was not the hand built, really super cool Bernie Rico, guitars. It was a gunslinger, and I think I used it on a few songs on one gig, and it basically kind of sat in the corner after that. But I digress. That was a long time ago. And I love BC Rich guitars though, man. I love them. That particular one, and it's why the guy left it behind. He took the ones he liked and left this weird one with this strange Nagel design on it. Somebody's asking, can you use the JTG mid boost with a clean sound? Absolutely. Here's what the clean boost on the JTG. You can dial it in all the way from almost nothing to full on where it's like a built-in clean overdrive pedal. And a lot of people use it to fatten up a single coil tone. So you can have a guitar with 2 single coils and a hum, which I've got that guitar over here. Dude, this is the best guitar for the money, and the nicest guitar I've gotten to play on the channel. I still got the plastic on it. But yeah, you got this boost here, right? And you can raise or lower the boost. And this boost is cool. It fattens up these single coil pickups so that you can kind of make them like a humbucking pickup. So it covers a lot of different tones. Yeah. So man, this is a super cool axe. Now, are you guys want to come in here? Yeah. Okay, but we got visitors.
The whole family came.
Okay.
He started and then Mia followed.
Okay. All right.
She's taking
hold
your
on,
chair.
Mia. You cannot take the throne.
Why?
She does not get the throne, but you can come sit on my lap. How about that? All right. We got the Chihuahua. We got the Acinator.
Yes.
And he's got a harness because he can no longer roam freely in the courtyard right now. And
because we're getting a pool.
Oh, you leaked the information. I was gonna make it a total surprise.
I know.
But you leaked.
She means a kiddie pool.
It's not a kiddie pool.
Yeah, it is.
It's
a
not
$10 Walmart.
Oh yeah,
special.
$10 Walmart. I wish that my wife would be happy with a $10 Walmart pool. I would be all about that. I would be happy in a double wide out in the country with some chickens in the yard.
A double wide doesn't go very well in Florida with hurricanes, honey.
That's true.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi.
And Ace just wouldn't have that kind of life. Look at this thing.
Yeah,
And then
he's a man of leisure.
Ace, wait, I have to tell you something. Ace doesn't like that they did ruin his pea garden.
Yeah, that's his pea garden, I called it. It was a pea garden, dude, and he's upset. He was upset seeing his little special area being destroyed. So now he's going to have a patch is all he's going to have left now.
You'll have a run, and then you could take him in the front.
Yeah,
And we'll also get him a little lounge chair so he can lay by the pool. While Mama's working, I can look at all of you.
Oh, great.
Knuckleheads, us knuckleheads.
All right, you knuckleheads,
Okay.
everybody out.
Oh, and by the way, we made an
put your feet down.
amazing dinner tonight.
They made amazing dinner. I'm in here having sparkling water and cran energy.
Mia, can you tell them what you had for dinner?
I had a really fancy kind of steak.
Okay, very fancy steak. All right.
See you later.
Let me get to work.
Let me get him.
Yeah, he'll follow you. Go on.
Okay.
I'll
Oh,
get
she's
that. I'll
coming to
get that
sleep.
for you. And she's trying to steal an Altoid.
Yeah. Hey, no. You haven't finished your dinner. You have cucumbers.
Okay,
and
you got to go finish your dinner.
Veggies.
Yeah. We got Tim Todd in the house.
Here, I'll take the Altoid for after.
Okay,
you
all right. Take him with you. Go on, Ace.
Come on, Ace.
Go eat steak.
He's not gonna eat steak. Okay, come on, boo boo. AC, look.
I don't know. He now. Okay, now he's going. All right. All right. They were chomping at the bit to come in. So there's and Tristan is just getting to a gig tonight, man. Glad to have you here, brother. Yeah, so back to it. We're talking about the JTG And that's where we are. You can't be sure you get Ace some cool shades. Yes. We're going to have to get him like a little dog house or something out there. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you. Yes, they always drop in. It's always the party here is when the family drops in. And man, here's the deal, dude. Ace in the pool. Yeah, Iron Man is saying. My wife goes, "Oh, Ace doesn't know how to swim." I said, "Ace, I guarantee you, if you put Ace near the pool, his legs are going to automatically start doing this." So yeah, we'll have to get him some kind of swim ring, Rhonda. Absolutely. So that will, yeah, we'll have to get a floaty for him or something like that. Absolutely, yeah, because you got to be careful, But we're gonna have a fence. We've already got it's going to be fenced in completely. Then we're going to have a baby gate, thing around it. So we're going to be very careful. Yeah, dog life coats. Yeah, that's what we need, Dave. Absolutely. A doggy life jacket with Elvis on it. Yeah, that would be good because he is nothing but a hound dog. Absolutely. Dog life jackets. That's what I foresee in our future. It is not, Paul. I can't. Here's the deal, dude. The only room in this house that has any music stuff in it is this room right here. This is. And look, dude. When me and my wife bought our first house together, right? I had a giant music room, giant, filled with amps, filled with guitars and all this stuff, and it keeps getting compressed. It keeps getting compressed. But here's the deal: I got what I need now to do what I want, and I'm not worrying about 412 cabs and stuff like that. I don't really need that. I would like to have a 212 cab to use with the Synergy, but here's the deal, man. Even got the I like hearing guitar through my studio monitors. That's another reason why I love the Synergy, because I can hear it like it's supposed to sound like a recorded guitar sound, not some ear-piercing thing in the room that I'm unsure of what it's going to sound like when you mic it. That's the difference. Mike H., thank you so much for being here, brother. Thank you. He's also one of our moderators. Yeah, I've got the Synergy now, and so, but even before the Synergy, I like hearing a finished guitar sound, like a sound that I'm gonna be happy with if I recorded it, because I never really know what this amp and my pedal board will sound like when it's mic'd, depending on the mic, depending on the room, but depending on all these other things. There's so many factors involved with getting great guitar tone, and having something like the Synergy just takes the guesswork out of it. It takes the guesswork out of it, and I can know that it's gonna react and sound like a tube amp because it is a tube amp. Now Mario was talking to me the other day, but to show people what one of these modules looks like. Here is the Z-Rec module. Now, it's almost like, here's the deal. There's two tubes inside this. There's also a little miniature transformer. There's two 12AX7s. Then there's another 12AX7 in the head and two power tubes. So, that's just an incredible setup, man, and I'm gonna be doing more stuff with that. Acapulco Elvis, who is a new guy on the channel, he's always got cool quotes. I'm glad to have you here, Acapulco, and that's a great question. He says he sees me on PBS all the time playing with Gary Lewis doing This Diamond Ring. Yeah, that dude, more people have seen that than anything. And I believe we got a buyout for that. I have not seen any more residuals. I believe we were decently paid for that, meaning maybe we got 450, 350, 450, something like that. Maybe in addition to whatever gigs we were doing that weekend. And or maybe it was more than that. Maybe it was $500 or something. I don't know. But ever since that's aired, I've never seen another dime. The same thing could be said for the reality TV show Keymaster. What's happening, brother? Glad to have you here. The reality show that I did, what was it called? I can't even think of the name of it now, but Lizard Lick episode. John, how you doing, brother? John, you got that right. The gear ain't going anywhere. Well, here's the deal. I only sell what I want to sell. She said the other day, oh, well, I sold 2 guitars this week, dude. I sold 2. And here's the deal, man. If it's not getting used enough, then it's got to go. It got to go. I got to make room for more. So, but man, I got paid once talking about Lizard Lick. I got paid once for that, and I never saw another thing. They make you sign a thing saying, here, you're getting paid a one-time fee, and there is no residuals. So that's the deal with that stuff, man. More people have seen that Gary Lewis video than anything. And here's the deal, man. They didn't even want to have Gary bring his band with him. They wanted Gary to just perform with the house band. And, but Gary was cool enough to go, nope, my guys go out with me, and that's it. And he wanted us there. So he insisted that he goes, he'd done that many times where they would go, oh, Gary, just come out and you can sing with the house band or whatever. And he'd go, nope, I come with my guys or I don't. So that's the deal with that situation. Yeah, PBS. So that was a fun thing, dude. I'll tell you a funny thing about that. I believe we filmed that in Pittsburgh, and there's a sandwich place there. It's a famous place, and they had what people call the garbage sandwich, and it's like French bread and slaw, and then French fries, and then whatever meat you order. And it's a famous place. If anybody knows the name of that place, let me know. That was I remember going. It was the cheapest thing you could get to eat, and it would you could eat one of those a day, and you were set for the day. And so I remember we were there for a couple days to do this. We flew in the day before. So and we'd get a per diem of $20 a day or something like that. So I could get that sandwich. It was $8, and you'd be set for the day. That's one thing I remembered about that gig. Yeah, I'll take the garbage sandwich, please. I think it's Pramontes. Is it Pramontes? Let me know. Thank you. Appreciate it, Elvis. Yeah, Gary would always feature his band. I would get to sing 1 or 2 songs a night, depending on how long the show was. I'd get to play solos in the songs. Now, I couldn't go too crazy out in the solos. But man, that was a good gig, dude. John Pitch says it's never enough, but at some point you have a drum set, keyboard, guitar, and amps, and run out of room. Then you really need to cool down in a family home. Yeah, I don't have room for... a 412 would take up too much room on this wall. I'd like to have a 212, put the Synergy head on it. I like the way 212s sound, but I don't really need it. So yeah, Mike, here's the deal. Mike's asking no legato on the solo. I got in trouble. I did a video where I talked about this. I got in trouble one night because I did a legato run. We were playing Wooly Bully. Our bass player used to sing Wooly Bully. And so we're playing Wooly Bully, and I got a solo in Wooly Bully, and I did that run to get up to here where I could get back into, get back into G, right? So I did it. And I played it, and it was just for me a transition to go from one point to the other. But Gary, I think the next day he goes, you played something weird in that solo. Don't do that. So I goes, oh, okay. It made me realize, like, that's not something you would hear. So a lot of times, you gotta play to the gig. And if it's 60s guitar, it's like you can only take it so far. And you still, get to play cool stuff, but maybe that lick wasn't appropriate for the gig. So that's just lessons that you learn. But how weird do you want it? Yeah, there you go, Tristan. It's like there's certain gigs that I did in Nashville where I would play weird, crazy stuff. And I would be encouraged to play as weird as possible. But once you get out there on the road playing for Middle America, that stuff doesn't really play as well. Nashville Nashville has a lot of experimental music, believe it or not, a lot of jazz guys and fusion guys and stuff like that are maybe doing like other gigs on the road, but they love that stuff, and the audiences there can be pretty sophisticated outside of Broadway in the jazz clubs and stuff like that. So you can get away with that stuff, but once you start playing at the State Fair in Oshkosh or someplace like Dubuque or whatever, it doesn't translate to everybody else. They just think you're playing wrong notes. John is talking about garage conversion. I talked about that with my wife. We actually have a 2-car garage and then like a spare garage, right? Which is really just a junk. It's a junk catcher, right? But I thought about converting that into a studio. It would be bigger. It would be bigger this way than this room. Maybe at some point we do that. But here's the deal: I gotta be able to take care of my child during the day when I'm shooting these videos and editing and doing all that stuff. So I'd be too isolated in there, and I'd have to run air conditioning and heat and all that other stuff. So that's a expensive project. Which maybe if we get this channel to blow up and we got money to do that, then we'll turn it into that. But for now, here's the deal. Creative Native is asking, is your power safe from power spikes in hurricane? Well, with a hurricane, the power strikes, that doesn't concern me as much as the wind and something flying through the window or something like that. But I've got everything wired up as far as my studio stuff, all through with power conditioning and power, all that stuff. So, Mr. Domo Arigato, Mr. Legato. Exactly. So, I mean, look, man, you can prepare all you want. God has other plans. So, my concern was, if we have hurricane or whatever and we get torrential downpours and we got a pool there, how's that going to work? But I guess it's got a safety thing with a drain and something like that. So I don't know. I don't know how any of this stuff works. I'm a simple guy myself. Give me a double wide out in a field somewhere, and I'm happy. Scott Dunn says, Brad, should I buy a new Strat? Asking for my wife. Is she really asking that? How about the new Fender Vintera Road Worn series? Well, I'm curious about that. Although I don't think they got a black one. They got a black Strat, and I don't know if they have something like a Fiesta Red or something like that. Or yeah, they have a burgundy mist Telecaster. That one kind of, the burgundy mist is a color that Fender knows is always a rare color. So if you own a burgundy mist of this limited series of the Vintera Road Worn, that might be a really good investment if you just want to make a few $100 maybe in a couple years. But yeah, Scott is right. Any time is a good time to acquire a new Strat. Well, here's the deal. Or Nash S57. Yeah, I've always liked. Look, if you want a parts caster without having the pain in the you know what of putting one together yourself, I think a Nash is a great option. Look, if all of a sudden something happened and I was gonna go do a bunch of road gigs and needed a Strat or something like that, a Nash would be a great guitar to take on the road. It's already scratched up. It's already beat up. K-Dog is here. Good evening, you might have said, but did you know Brett James? K-Dog, no, I did not. But that is an incredibly sad story about this songwriter who wrote tons of hits and a plane crash. He's gone. So yeah, I don't know, man. And I'm gonna send another shout out. The way that I'm hanging these guitars here, and I need to shout out to these guys because they really came through. But this is a string swing. You can get this on Amazon. You've got 5 guitars on each side. You can turn these guitars. And this is what makes this room look so cool. And I keep this turquoise guitar here because everybody asks about that. But you can display your guitars in your room. You could turn them, tilt them, and all that. And a shout out to those guys because when I had problems getting the right color of string swings, they just said, man, we'll overnight you one. They literally overnighted me the color so that I could get the room finished and be up and rolling with the channel. So shout out to String Swing, and also shout out to Spurzell, who make amazing locking tuners. I had one break. Oh, John, thank you so much, brother. Thank you, John. You are a godsend. Thank you, sir. But here's the deal. Let me hit the like on that. Thank you, sir. And here's the deal, man. It's and I'm losing my train of thought, but yeah. Let's see. Here we got. I really love your music industry advice and tips. Thank you, Devery Greenwood. Thank you so much for being here. We're glad to have you here, man. That's what it's all about. We want this. We want these messages and stuff that I'm talking about on the channel. I want to get them out there to help people. Yeah, we were talking about Spurzell. Yeah, Spurzell tuners. I emailed them, told them, hey, I dropped my guitar and one of the tuners broke, and they sent me one here. So I've got to install that. But yeah, big shout out to them. Glad to have Devery here, and she must be trying to make it in the biz or something, and she enjoys the channel to get the information about the biz. Because here's the deal, man. That's the unique thing about the channel is, yes, I demo stuff. Yes, I play guitar. Yes, I talk about guitar playing from time to time. But ultimately, man, what people want to hear is how it really works, right? Robert is saying, what are you going to do with all guitars when you die? And how about how many do you have? Well, Robert, that's quite a macabre question, but the obvious answer is they go to my family. The obvious answer is that my wife and my daughter will make that decision. And, as far as how many I have right now, I don't really know. And who knows what I'll end up with by that time. So thank you, Scott. Thank you. Brian is asking, Brad, tell us life as a musician as stone real as it gets. That's the idea, man. And here's the deal. That video, the tour life video and stuff, I try to be as general and descriptive and give everybody the inside story. And I could be telling this story the rest of my life, man. So that's the deal, man. It's just it's part of why I do what I do. So man, very much thankful to have new faces popping in tonight, man. New people coming to the channel. That's what this is. We're building a community, and where people are making friendships. People are making contacts, and you're getting the knowledge of the channel that and look, ways that you can join the channel and get more videos by becoming a member of the channel. You get access at any level. You get access to about 77 videos right now. So even more stories that I probably not even release. I'll probably keep a ton of videos in that section for eons, and Rockstar members get early access to the interviews, which are an hour long, plus the Time Machine series, which I'm working on. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you so much. Get the likes up, Chris Richardson says. And yeah, man, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. It helps the algorithm. It helps launch this thing. And the bigger we make the channel, right? And I'm gonna crack open another one of these. We're coming to a close, but you know what? Maybe we'll do a little overtime tonight. If you want to help the channel, join the membership, and Rockstar members get extra perks. And then there's a higher level of membership that includes like a 15-minute Zoom where it could be guitar lesson or whatever else. Now, I've only got a couple guys signed up for that, but you know what? Growing this channel is going to make more things happen. We're already getting amazing stuff to demo on the channel and talk about. And it's only going to get more from here. We'll do more stuff. Trying to get to NAMM this year, and hoping we get to do that. My wife's traveling a lot for work, so we're trying to juggle all that. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much. YouTube actually caps spending on Super Chats. That is amazing. I did not know that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Here's the deal, man. If any of you guys know that were early followers of this channel, X5 Podcast was the first major super chat that I had on the channel. And he would do $500 super chats. And it blew my mind. I was literally sitting outside, never even had done a live before. And I think maybe the second or third live that I did, I get this huge super chat, and I'm like, whoa, what is this? And they did it like 3 or 4 or 5 times, right? And eventually it led to me going on the X5 podcast. And so, the super chat thing is great. And thank you, Bart. Here's another new face, at least to me now. And it was super cool. I didn't know if there was a cap to it or whatever. I see other channels, bigger channels, and the super chats go by so much that John, thank you so much. You still in contact with X5? Great interview. Thank you. That's a great question, John. I do support completely. Charlie Reese is the host and the man, the mind, the genius behind X5. And he's right now embarking on a music career, and it's starting to take off. So everybody check out Charlie Reese on Instagram. He's got several singles. He's got a kick-ass band, dude, of legends playing, and he's out doing the country tour, dude. He's out touring right now. So that's why X5 has been on hiatus. I don't know if they're going to come back or whatever. That you could still watch my interview with X5 out there, but a huge shout out to them, and I'm fully support Charlie Reese and everything he's doing. He's out there rocking and rolling now. So he's going to create more contacts and more content that he can put out there. So that was, I'm still, can talk to those guys anytime I want. Oh, Smart Alex got a membership. Awesome. That is amazing. Puddle of Mud. Wow. Hey, man, if you can get the guy Puddle of Mud to do an interview on this channel, I would love it. Yeah, Mia likes Youngblood. Yeah, she saw footage of Youngblood singing. I think it was on the Grammys or something, or no, the MTV Awards. Thank you, Smart. Thank you. Yes, 20K and up. So yeah, I mean, look, kids today are looking for somebody that looks young. She's seen all the. She says she's going to marry Youngblood and be on his stage. Okay, well, I told her by the time you're older, Youngblood's going to be old. I don't know, how old is Youngblood now? Dave is saying no. No, Mia. Yeah, I'm going to have to cure her of that. He's okay. Yeah. Dude, here's the other thing. She saw Sting. I played some old Police videos. She says, I'm going to marry that guy. I said, he's very old now. She doesn't quite understand that. Yeah, Rhonda says Brad would be thrilled. Ozzy's second son. Yeah, seemingly so. Yeah, he won't be young anymore. Yeah, she also liked Steven Tyler when she would see. I think she just likes singers. She even says she likes male singers. She likes their voices better than when she hears a female singer. She doesn't tend to like it as much. Yeah, P-Funk, he's, go check out, you might like it, Nuno and Youngblood doing changes at the Ozzy Fest on YouTube. It is a pretty amazing performance. The kid does have some talent. So I can't deny that. Is he completely my cup of tea? I don't know. John is saying membership videos are worth every penny. Thank you so much, John. It is, dude, because here's the deal. The tour bus video that's on its way to probably 20,000 at least. That video was in the members section for how long? How long? I had no idea when I put that video out that video was going to do anything. I had no idea that video was going to. I knew it was good, but I didn't know it was going to like usurp the other videos. I thought, honestly, the Friday video I did about the Sunset Strip Madness or whatever, I thought that video was going to do way more than the video I put out Thursday. But you just don't know what anything's going to do until you put it out. And it's tough because it's like YouTube is pushing that video out, and the other videos are not getting, as much views. So here's the deal. Tomorrow morning, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to put out an epic walk and talk tomorrow. I thought about but I'm going to stack the interviews for the members right now. Tomorrow I've got an epic walk and talk. I think it might even be 37 minutes or something. That's going to go out tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. And I just made that decision now. Just because the tour bus video is going so nuts, that, you know what, we'll let that go nuts, and I think this walk and talk people will really enjoy it. Yeah, so yeah, we'll do a walkie-talkie tomorrow, an epic, super long one, and we'll keep. I'm gonna stack the interviews deep. For the members of the channel, I've got to edit another one tomorrow. I've got to shoot a demo in the next couple days and put that out 11 a.m. Eastern time on the 25th. That's next week. So tomorrow will be a epic walk and talk, and that's going to air tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, everybody, the new members of the channel. Thanks to John P. And thanks to everybody for having an epic Saturday night. You guys have been absolutely amazing. And I will see every one of you that join us tomorrow morning. Thank you, all the new members. Thank you, everybody that's keeping this channel going. And we're going to keep rocking and rolling with super cool stuff. So, yeah, everybody, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you, everybody. Everybody like and subscribe. And have an amazing rest of your Saturday night. Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon. Peace.